But jumping straight into the first step that I would recommend that you take, which is to do product research to find a highly searched for product. And by highly searched for, what this means is that you want to make sure that number one, people are actively searching for that product. And when I say people, I'm talking about millions and millions of people all around the world. And number two, that those customers are actually spending money on that item as well. Because if you're able to do this research, then of course your chances of being successful are going to be a lot higher. Now, the product research tool that I like to do product research when it comes to finding highly searched for items is Helium 10. Helium 10 is directly connected to Amazon's product database. And of course, we're not going to be dropshipping the product on Amazon, but we're going to be dropshipping it on Shopify. But the reason why you want to look at the data on Amazon is because it's the number one most visited e-commerce website in the entire world. By knowing exactly what's doing well on Amazon, you're going to be able to figure out exactly what product that you can sell on your dropshipping store. So the way that it works is super simple. Once you've created your Helium 10 account by clicking the link in my description down below, all you need to do is click on claim coupon at the top over here, select any one of these two different options, create your account, and then once you've signed up, this is the next page that you're going to see. Now what you want to do is come over here to where it says product research and just click on black box. From here, all you need to do is select the category in terms of the products that you want to sell. So in today's example, I'm going to use the, let's say, electronics category. Then what I'm going to do is come over to price range and make sure that the product is selling between $30 to $100. And for the monthly revenue, you just want to select over $10,000 and then click on search. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can see, it's now come back with all of these different results. And one of the first things that you're going to want to do from this point is sort the monthly revenue from highest to lowest. So I'm just going to select it just like that. And from here, as you guys can see, there's all of these different items that are bringing in all of this money on a monthly basis. Over $1 million. There's this product over here that's bringing in over $900,000, $800,000, $700,000, $400. And this is the reason why I like to use Helium 10, is because we're going to be able to instantly see items that people are actively searching for and they're spending money on. E.g., there's this item over here, which is this wireless CarPlay adapter. This is an item that millions of people have gone onto Amazon. They've typed in this keyword and they've then brought out their credit card and bought it, which means that if I was to build a dropshipping store around it, again, my chances of being able to generate sales is definitely high. And the reason why I know that is because if I just copy the name of the product just like this, wireless CarPlay, and then go over to Google Trends, as you can see, I've just pasted it in there just like that. And ever since 2015, there's been an increase of people that have gone onto Google to search for this specific keyword, which means that if I was to build a dropshipping store and put it on Google using Google Shopping ads, I'm going to be able to generate sales. And just to give you an example of what I'm talking about, if I just jump onto Google Shopping right now, I've just typed in wireless CarPlay adapter. There's all of these different stores that are currently selling all of these different adapters, and many of them are actually dropshipping it. E.g., there's this store over here that's selling this one for around £54.99, which is maybe around $70 if I just click into it. Okay, so straight away I can see that they are definitely selling this using a Shopify website, which you're going to be able to build yourself right now using AI, and I'm going to show you step by step exactly how you can do that. But the most interesting thing is if I just go onto AliExpress, I've just typed in wireless CarPlay adapter over here. If I just scroll down slightly, as you guys can see, the exact adapter that the person's selling using Google Shopping is available here, and it's only available for us to buy for £24. And it also has 7-day delivery as well. So if the store that I just showed you now is dropshipping the product from AliExpress, they're making around £20 profit every single time that they generate a sale. So those are the steps that I would personally take when it comes to doing product research. I'll use Helium 10 to see if people are spending money on a particular product. From there, I'll find the keyword, go over to Google Trends, make sure that people are actively searching for it on Google. From there, what I'll do is confirm whether or not there's people dropshipping the product right now, because if they are dropshipping it, then that means that I'm also going to be able to dropship it too. And then I just want to make sure that it's available for me to dropship. And as you guys can see, I'm going to be able to do so using AliExpress. And of course, from that point, I may want to find a more long-term supplier, but at least now I know that I'm going to be able to test out the product. But this now brings me on to the second step that you guys are going to need to take once you have found a winning product that you want to test out, which is building your store. Now, the way that you're going to be able to do this in the quickest way possible is by using AI. Now, there's this new free AI tool that any of you can use. You're going to be able to access it by clicking the link in my description. As you can see, you're going to be able to get a free AI built Shopify store in less than 2 minutes. this. It's going to come fully optimized with all of the pages, everything you need when it comes to starting your selling journey. So just click on build my free store over here. Then what you need to do is just fill in your name, your email address, your password, then click on next. It's then going to take you to this page where you're going to need to decide on what you want the niche of your store to be centered around. So whether fashion or apparel, pets, electronics and gadgets, home and garden, sport and fitness, just select whichever one that you want to move forward with. But of course, the item that we found was an electronic based item. So I'm just going to click on this one over here. Then it's going to ask you to select 2 different images. So select whichever ones that you want. And from this point, you're just going to have to follow through the process. It's not going to take any more than, let's say, 3 minutes, 4 minutes for you to complete. You don't need any sort of tech skills or anything like that. You're going to be able to literally follow through with the steps and all of the requirements that's necessary for you to access your store. Another important part of this process is that it's going to ask you to register for an AutoDS account. So what you're going to need to do is make sure that you click on register to AutoDS using this button over here, because this is what you're going to use when it comes to listing the winning products onto your store. And I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to do that as well. So just click on register to AutoDS. But once you've completed everything, you're then going to be able to now access your store. You're going to see that your online store is open for everyone to go into and buy your items. And if you want to view it, all you need to do is just click on view store over here. So this is basically what it looks like. As you can see, it's a very professional site. And the good thing about using this store builder is that you're going to have the flexibility to change anything that you want. Because for example, if I just come over here to where it says online store and I click on themes, as you can see, I'm going to be able to change the color scheme of the website to whatever I want. I'm going to be able to move all of these images around. If I want to use a different logo, if I want to have a different background color, I've got all of this flexibility. So I definitely recommend that as a beginner, you definitely try out this AI builder, because it's going to be able to do everything for you. All of these different pages, as you can see, the about us page, the frequently asked questions, just everything has been done, and you're just going to have to make some simple changes. If you wanted to build a store just like this, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it would have taken you maybe a week for you to do it as a complete beginner. But as you can see, I was able to do it within a couple minutes. But now that you do have your store up and running and it's active, there's going to be some other things that you need to do. For example, buying a domain that matches the business that you're trying to build. You also need to make sure that you add all of your personal details to the back end of the Shopify account, sign up for Shopify payments. There's going to be a couple different things that you're going to need to do. And if you wanted to get a little bit more information on those steps, then you can sign up for a completely free course by clicking the first link in the description down below. In that course, I'm going to be able to spend a little bit more time going through all of the little details. But to continue with this video, of course, there's not going to be any products loaded to it. And I'm just going to quickly show you exactly how you're going to be able to do that. So during the process of you signing up and creating your AI generated store, you would have also registered for an AutoDS account like I told you to do so. But if you didn't, you can click the link in my description down below. It's going to give you a 30-day trial. It's the exact same thing. And once you've created your account, this is going to be the page that you're going to see. Now, one of the first things that you need to do is connect your AutoDS account to your newly built Shopify store. And the way that you're going to do that is by clicking on this pencil icon over here, then coming down here to add store, then click on Shopify store, click on continue, then make sure that you select this first option over here that says I have a Shopify store, connect it to AutoDS, then click on continue. It's going to take you to this page, and all you need to do is click on install, then come over here to install again. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, the store has now been successfully added. So what we need to do from this point is use AutoDS when it comes to linking the product from somewhere like AliExpress. You're going to be able to use multiple different suppliers, because as you can see, these are just some of the compatible suppliers that you're going to be able to use when it comes to dropshipping using AutoDS. For example, of course, AliExpress, Amazon, Banggood, we've got CJ Dropshipping. You can also use DHgate. There's so many different options, right? But again, in this example, I'm just going to stick with AliExpress because I'm trying to make this video super simple. So if I wanted to start selling this particular product, all I'm going to need to do is copy the URL of the product just like that, then come back over to my AutoDS account, and you're going to do this after you've connected your AutoDS account to your Shopify store. So what you're going to want to do is click on add products just like this, then click on single product, then select the store that you're working with. In this case, it's going to be this one, then paste the URL of the product in there just like that, then click on edit now. Okay, great. So the draft has now been processed and it's ready for me to review. So all I'm going to do is go through all of these different tabs over here, because the way that AutoDS works, for those of you that don't know, is that it's pulling all of the information directly from the product page so that you don't have to copy and paste all of the information. For example, the title, the description has been imported, all of the variants, all of the images as well. Everything has been automatically synced from the AliExpress product page. So this is definitely another tool that saves so much time, because if you had to do this yourself, it will take maybe an hour, 2 hours for you to copy all of the necessary information and also make sure that it's been formatted in the correct way. But it is important to also make sure that you're cross-checking all of the data, because there's going to be some mild changes that you're going to need to make. For example, the title may not be the best one to use when it comes to drop shipping the item on Shopify. So what you might want to do is optimize the title using AI. This is a really good feature when it comes to using AutoDS, because you're going to be able to choose the tone for what you want the title to be. For example, professional, sellable, funny, whatever it is. Of course, I want it to sound a little bit more sellable, so I'm just going to click on that, then click on AI Write. So as you can see, it's come back with this wireless CarPlay adapter, transform your car into a smart hub. I'm just going to leave it like that for now and then click on save. So that's been updated, and I'm going to be able to do the exact same thing with the description as well. I'm going to be able to optimize the description using AI, but I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. For the variants, I'm going to be able to come over here and look at all of these different options. If I want to remove any variant, I've got that option. I could just delete it just like this. In this example, I'm going to leave it as it is. For the images, I'm going to be able to move the images around. If I want to delete any images, I'm going to be able to also do that. In this case, I'm going to also leave it as it is. Item specifications, as you can see, there's nothing here, so that's perfectly okay. Then what I'm going to do once I'm happy with everything is click on save and import. Okay, great. So within 30 seconds or so, as you can see, it's now been completed. And if I want to view it on my Shopify store, all I need to do is just click on this option. And as you guys can see, this is what the sales page looks like. So once the customer lands on the page, this is what it's going to look like. They're going to be able to scroll through. They're going to be able to select whichever one they want to buy, and they're going to be able to add it to the cart. Everything has been optimized for both desktop and mobile phone, and all of these Shopify apps have also been added for completely free to the back end of the Shopify account. For example, you see how this section over here is moving. So that's an app that's making it do that. I didn't need to install that. That was done automatically. And even this section over here. So as the customer is scrolling through, they're always going to be able to add the item to their basket fairly easily. So this is another app that was also added. So far in this video, you saw me go from not knowing what product I wanted to sell to using Helium 10 to do product research, to know that this item is being searched for and people are actively making millions of dollars by selling it, to eventually building a Shopify store within a few minutes and loading the store with a winning product that I'm going to be able to offer 7-day delivery to my customers. And the only thing that I'm going to need to do from this point is connect this Shopify store to a Google ad account, and from there I'm going to be able to run Google shopping ads. It doesn't cost that much. It might cost you $5 per day to start off with, and as you start to generate sales, you're going to be able to increase the budget to make more and more sales. And of course, you are going to have to optimize the ad to make sure that you're using the budget in the best way. And there's other ways that you're going to be able to get customers onto the website as well. For example, posting short form content on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. There's so many options out there available to you when it comes to getting potential customers onto your store, either by using free traffic methods or paid methods. And if you wanted me to make a detailed video where I specifically show you all of the methods that you can use when it comes to getting customers onto your store using the cheapest ways possible, then put in the comments down below, do the traffic video, and I'll get onto it ASAP. But don't forget that if you wanted to sign up to that completely free course where I'm going to walk you through all of these different steps in detail, again, I'm going to be able to spend a lot more time showing you what you need to do step by step, click by click. Click the first link in the description down below. It's completely free for you to enroll. And if you also wanted to watch another YouTube video that I made recently where I go through some other ways that you're going to be able to utilize the power of AI when it comes to making money from the comfort of your own home, you're going to be able to watch that video by clicking the link over there. Check that out straight after this, because it's already helped out thousands of people, and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.